Yo, it's your Uncle Willie Lee HM, the waterman here, right? I want to talk to y'all about a man of means. What happens to your assets post death? Like we often say, we building a legacy, and one day we shall pass on, right? And if you do things the right way, you know what I'm saying? Like you have a legacy to leave to your children, to your wife when you pass away. So I want to talk about that real quick, and I want to explain something. I often tell y'all, like, a man must do what's right, and a woman must do what's right for her. These things are totally different, right? So give me a sec. So a man must do what's right, and a woman must do what's right for her. What you mean by that? I'm gonna give you a couple of examples. Got a neighbor. Remarried in his 50s, had his second wife for 10 years, put his home go to his first son. So this woman had children that were grown. She's in her 50s, 60s. He had children that was grown. He in his 60s, right? So he wound up passing away. And when he passed away, in his will, house go to his child. But since he married his second wife, they were one. The law just doesn't kick this woman out of the home. You know what I'm saying? She gets to stay in that home until she passes away. She can never sell it. But that home then would go to his son, who was left in the will when she passes away. Because again, him and the second wife merged. Marriage became one. So once he passed away, she moved all her family into the house. His 4 children that he had from his previous marriage, even the oldest son who inherited the home, did not get the home until, again, she passes. And until she passes, all those things in that home are hers. So all her and her children reap the benefits of his legacy. That's number one. Number two, homeboy wind up getting married in his 40s. So he was 49. I believe his second wife was 47. 3 years into the marriage, while they were still courting, she had a 16, 17-year-old daughter. With the 16, 17-year-old daughter, he did not feel comfortable moving her into the home with him. He was like, no, y'all can maintain your own until she grown, empty nesting. I don't feel comfortable. I like to walk around my house certain kind of way. Hey, salute to the man of his own home, right? That's his castle. He dictate the rules. So they maintained girlfriend-boyfriend status till they empty nested. Then she married him, moved into his home. 3 years into the marriage, she decides she wants a divorce. She got the house in the divorce. And guess what she did after she got the house in the divorce? That's right, she moved her daughter back into his home like she wanted all along. Man got to do what's right. Woman do what's right for her. All right, and I got to give you a personal one. My father passed away when I was 8 years old. He worked at General Motors all his life since he was a young man. So he wound up passing away at 46 years old with an 8-year-old son, me, right? He had 2 more children with my mother. He had children from a previous marriage, right? So when my father passed away, he had a pension. Pension was like $80,000, $90,000. Turns out when he passed away, he never actually got a divorce. So his estranged wife came back into the picture, and she got all that pension. They never divorced. That's her money. And guess, like she got like $80,000, $90,000, right? Back in the 80s. And she had moved on with her life, had children after him. My father moved on with his life, had children after her. Do you think she left anything in that money for my mother and my father's 3 children with my mother? She took that $80,000, $90,000, dipped right back out of town, didn't even get him a gravestone. Didn't think about his children, didn't get this man a gravestone, took that $80,000, $90,000, hadn't been with him for like 15 years, and dipped. Because a man got to do what's right, but a woman got to do what's right for her. So those are 3 stories that I know about men remarrying in their 40s and beyond, post 40, men having a legacy to leave, and who gets that legacy should he remarry in his 40s. This is a topic that we don't talk about a lot. So I want to hear what your thoughts is on this. Men who have a legacy, or men of means who remarry post 40, and their asset allocation after their death. Do tell. What's your thoughts on this?